Hi everybody. So it is one day before we leave to New York. I'm on my way to pick up my 10-year-old and my 6-year-old from school, and we just got notified that Hurricane Michael is coming through here in Florida. I guess we're gonna get heavy winds, heavy rain, or something to that extent. So we're leaving. So I'm hoping that the East Coast doesn't get hit, because we are going to be traveling up the East Coast. But you know, we're just gonna play it by ear. So yeah, I am half done packing. I've been really lazy. Yesterday I didn't do anything, and today, this morning, I am just trying to catch up on my sleep, because it's just been really hard. The babies have been in my bed. My husband has been not sleeping well either. I've been coming home from work. I worked the last 2 days late, and I've been having to edit videos for you guys for when I'm in New York, so that I can upload them, because I'm gonna be so busy in New York. I'm gonna try to vlog the trip as much as I possibly can, but you know, 5 kids, I don't know how that's gonna work. My husband's gonna be with me, which is gonna be a plus. So yeah, what I have left to pack is basically the most important stuff: the toiletries, you know, any medicines, any miscellaneous little things, and then my makeup, because I still don't know what makeup I'm gonna take with me. I think I'm just gonna take like my ride or die makeup, and then a couple of warm tone palettes, so that I can do some October, you know, fall inspired makeup looks, so that I can definitely take some photos and do like a mini photo shoot in New York, because Lord knows I am probably not gonna go to New York again for a while, or at least not with the kids, because it's very demanding to go to New York or any place vacation wise with children. And I don't have just one child, I have 5 children, and 2 of them are under the age of 2. So yes, it is extremely difficult to get that going. So next year the kids want to go to Puerto Rico to see my family and their dad's family. But like I said, we will see, because you know, I can't, you know, say very much. We have to see what happens, because you know, funds are super tight right now. This trip is like super expensive, so you know, we will see what happens. If we go to Puerto Rico, we will probably go, there is no off season in Puerto Rico, so I mean, I don't know, we will see. I want to plan a trip for me to go with a friend of mine to LA. I've always wanted to go to LA, and I am going to try to plan that out, so we'll see. But this week has been super stressful. I have some things going on at work that I'm hoping will fall through, and I get good news, but you know, you never know. So that has a lot of weight on my hands. I've been doing some paperwork and stuff to put the babies in daycare, which is gonna suck a little bit, because it's gonna add another bill, but that's why I'm hoping things go through at work, so that it isn't that bad, because then basically I would be working just to pay for daycare, and that makes no sense. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing my YouTube stuff, like that's pretty much like my update. I've been pre-recording videos and trying to get things edited before I leave, so that I don't have very much to do while I'm on vacation, because yes, I am on vacation, and I still want to keep to schedule, you know, uploading 3 days a week. So you know, it's not stressful, it's just time consuming when you're filming and editing. And then of course I put the challenge on myself to do 31 days of fall inspired makeup for October, because I love October, I love Halloween, but I can't do Halloween looks like that. I'm gonna attempt to do some smaller Halloween looks. I don't know how that's gonna work, because today is the 10th or 9th? No, 10th. Today's the 10th, and I don't get back from New York until the 20th. So that leaves me 11 days before Halloween to throw in some, excuse me, to throw in some Halloween looks. Depending on how the day goes today, I will try to do 2 looks today for Halloween, and then we'll play it by ear. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just waiting to get myself all packed into the car. Tomorrow we're picking up the rental, and then the kids have school, their last day of school. They turn in their work, they get their work for the week, and then that's it. But yeah, I'm excited. The babies will be in daycare because they need interaction with other children. If in case you didn't know, I am very much an introvert. I am not one of those mommy group people. I am not a PTA mom. I'm not that mom. No. I don't have very many friends, and the friends that I do have, they live far. And I don't have very many mommy friends. And the mommy friends that I do have, again, live far. One lives in Gainesville, the other one lives in Orlando, the other one lives in Tampa, the other one lives in New York, you know, so I don't have anyone very close to me. So my babies really don't interact with other children. They only interact with their brothers. And the older boys can be a little bit rough with them. So I know they're boys and they're gonna be rough and they're gonna hurt themselves and all that stuff like that, but they're also babies and they're still developing their bones, their bodies, their, you know, thick skin. So we have to be careful. So I'm excited that they're actually going to go to daycare, interact with other people, meet other people, maybe make friends. So that is like the biggest thing for me, because every time anyone comes to the house to visit, my babies cling to me like nobody's business. Like, they can't even let me go from one room to the next. Like, they are screaming bloody murder, especially my 1-year-old Enzo. So I really want him to get to know other people, to be more comfortable around people. And again, that is my own fault, because I am an introvert and I really don't socialize as much as I probably could. But you know, my schedule is hard. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I work at night. You know, people work during the day. Weekends, you know, I have the kids. It's hard for me to travel with 5 kids. Right now, I need to upgrade this car, and we don't have the funds for that because we are trying to fix our credit and save some type of money for a home. You know, we want to buy a home before we buy any other large purchases. Our large purchases that we want to do is buy a home. So, you know, we have a lot of stuff going on right now. But yeah, so I'm happy in a way, but it is another expense, you know, that we had to take a long look at. So we're not looking forward to that. But yeah, again, excited that we're going to New York. Not excited about the drive. I would have rather flown, because flown, I only have to deal with kids for 2 hours in car seats. I have to deal with kids for 18 to 20 hours in car seats. So, you know, the kids get antsy when we go to Orlando or to Tampa, which is like a 2-hour ride. Or they get antsy like when we went to West Palm Beach for the 4 hours. I just can't imagine what it's gonna be for 20 hours in a car with these children. I'm gonna bring as many DVDs as I possibly can so they can watch movies. I am bringing electronics because we have hotspots on our phones so they can use internet in the car. I am bringing coloring books, word puzzles, crosswords, Uno cards. I think I had some travel games and things like that, because Lord knows I'm gonna have to try to keep these kids occupied, because my husband is just gonna be driving. Plain and simple, he's gonna be driving, and everything is gonna be just left on my shoulders. So I'm kind of like setting myself up for it. But yeah, tomorrow is probably going to be a no makeup day, because we are going to be traveling, and I am not trying to travel full faced. So it's probably going to be I'm gonna probably say that Thursday, Friday are gonna be no makeup days, and then Saturday I go to Ipsy Gen Beauty, which I will be full faced. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna meet Kristen Dominique, Nicole Guerrero, probably try to meet up with I think Gabriel Zamora is gonna be there. So I'm excited. I'm super excited. There are a couple other people that I want to meet, and yeah, I mean, hopefully everything works out. So I'm going to Gen Beauty on Saturday and Sunday, because that's how my ticket is made. And then whoever I don't meet, Kristen Dominique is going to be there on Saturday and Sunday. So I think Nicole Guerrero and Gabriel Zamora are going to be there just Saturday. So I might see them too. And being that she's going to be there Sunday, I will see her on Sunday. And then I have to kind of just check and see who else is going to be there. But yeah, I'm excited to see my family, see my aunt, my uncle. I'm gonna go visit my dad's, grave, because I do that every time I go to New York. Sorry. And then he doesn't have a gravestone yet, 27 years later, because unfortunately, I can't afford it by myself. My mom kind of has put it on the backbone, and my sister really doesn't have the money either. So I'm gonna talk to my uncle and see if my uncle can help me out, and then I can kind of pay him back. So I'm bringing like a whole bunch of important papers that they need. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna leave this here because my babies are about to get in the car, and I will probably vlog later on. So I'm back, everyone, and if in case you didn't know, I already went to New York and I came back, and I'm filming this portion about exactly a month after, probably like a month and a few days after the beginning portion of this video, because I forgot to vlog the packing and things like that. But I know you guys already seen me pack for a trip. It's basically the same thing. I was just going for a longer period of time, so I packed more clothes. But yeah, I didn't work up the courage to talk to my uncle because I didn't really have very much time with him. When we went to go have dinner with him, he was going to work because he works the evening shift, so I didn't really have a chance to talk to him, and I didn't have the courage to talk to my aunt just because I don't see them very often. I mean, it has been 8 years since 8 years since I seen them, and then I saw them in April, and he had expressed wanting to help me with the stone for my dad's grave and things like that. But I don't know, I just feel so weird because I'm not so in touch with them like I used to be. I felt weird just asking them to help me out with some money. I don't know if that's weird to you guys, but it's weird to me. I have a tremendous amount of respect for my aunt and my uncle. I love them to death. They are basically like my mom and dad, because I didn't really have a dad in my life, so my uncle was there for me. And then my mom, well, she's my mom, but she wasn't there for me the way that I really needed her to be, and my aunt was. So nonetheless, I just felt weird asking them. I didn't want to ask them. It feels weird asking for money for family. I'm very independent. I don't really like to do that, and I feel embarrassed that it's been 27, 28 years, and I still haven't worked up enough money to get a stone for my dad. I mean, I know they understand that I have children and they take up a lot of money because they need things constantly. They're growing out of clothes, shoes, school, supplies, and all that other good stuff. I mean, children are expensive, and I have 5 living at home. And my stepson also is expensive because, of course, you know, he'll need things from time to time too, and you know, he'll ask us, and we'll try to send it if we can. So it is what it is. I just jumped on here to finish off that little car chats to say everything went okay in New York. I mean, I'm sure from the videos that you've seen prior to this one, you've seen, you know, stuff that's happened. And coming back from New York, it's been super crazy, just in general with like everything. And I got into a car accident, a little fender bender type thing with another car right in my son's school parking lot while picking him up. So that wasn't fun, and that was right probably the same week I got home from vacation in Orlando. So yeah, not the best time, but it is what it is. And now my husband's car is not working, and we have no money. He just spent like $300. He put new belts, a new alternator, and a new battery in the car, and the car is still not starting. And I don't know what to do, because now that is more pressure on my car. My car needs a severe oil change. It is about 2,500 miles over when it was supposed to be changed. So I'm really pushing it at this point. I'm going this weekend to go get it changed, hopefully. As the kids need haircuts, I have to pay daycare because my husband's paid the last 2 weeks of daycare. So it's my turn to pay daycare this week and next week. So I have plenty of bills that I need to factor in. I called out of work yesterday because my kids are super sick. Like, my baby has the worst head cold that I've ever seen. I mean, he's got eye drops that he's got to use 2 to 3 times a day, because for a second I thought it was pink eye, but it wasn't pink eye. His eyes are like so gooey. When he goes to sleep or takes a nap, he wakes up with his eye completely shut, like with goo. And we went to the doctor, and the doctor said that no, it isn't pink eye, it's just a really bad head cold, and that's just the way that his eyes react. But all of my children react like that way, but he is so little, he's only 15 months, that it's just attacking his immune system like severely. So he's had diarrhea, he's had fever on and off. Thank God no vomiting. He's been able to hold food down. But yeah, coughing and runny nose, crusty nose, like all that TMI stuff. Sorry, but that's the mom life. And my 2.5-year-old has the same issues. Not as bad in the eyes with the goo, but definitely a head cold. Not as severe as the 15-month-old, but he's got the stuffy nose, the runny nose, the coughing, fever on and off, diarrhea on and off. So yeah, it's just been a hot mess. And yeah, I mean, what else I can possibly say? It's just been a crazy 3 weeks. Thanksgiving is next week, and I have to work because I work in the retail industry. So I have to work Thanksgiving Day, and I also have to work Black Friday. I'm working Thanksgiving evening to midnight, and then I have to go back into work at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is so crazy to me. But yes, I have to go ahead and do that. And just thinking about it is exhausting me at this point. But yeah, the kids are still not transitioning into daycare well. Well, Enzo is, my 15-month-old, is transitioning okay. My 2.5-year-old, Emmett, is having a really hard time, which leaves me so distraught at times. If I'm not looking at the camera, sorry, I'm actually watching traffic because I am waiting to get into the parent loop to pick up my elementary schoolers. But yeah, it's been a hard transition for him, and I think it's because, like I've said before, he's been the one that's been the longest with me. He's been with me since birth, so 2.5 years. He's been, you know, with mommy all this time. It was him and mommy, then him and mommy and Judah, which was a little boy that I was watching, and then it was him, Judah, and Enzo, which is his younger brother, and then I stopped babysitting Judah. And then I started, it was just Emmett and Enzo, and it's been like that for the last year and a couple of months. So it's been a really hard transition for him. And they keep reassuring me that it's just at drop off, like when I drop him off or when his dad drops him off, that like separation anxiety that he gets, just those like first few minutes, and then he kind of settles into the class and is okay. It's hard to feel reassured when your baby is screaming for you and saying, "Help me, mama, help me," and acting up and like throwing himself on the floor and screaming. You know, you can only think that something is wrong, something is not right, but the teachers are really, really caring, and they're really, really patient, and I have to give it up to them because, like I said, he's having a pretty hard time, and they're still super nice. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's so hard being a mom and working full-time and trying, you know, in this day and age to survive. You know, everything is so expensive, and everything is about money and technology. I mean, even food is like high priced at this point. I don't know what's gonna happen in the next 15 to 20 years, but yeah, I mean, other than that, everything is pretty good. So I'm gonna end this car chats here because I feel like I'm just randomly rambling, just to finish off this video. But if you are enjoying my little Yanni's car chats, then please like this video and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell down below. Don't forget, so you can get notified every time I upload videos, which is on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this series going because obviously the only time I can really get a one-on-one talk with you guys uninterrupted is in the car, and I have tons of things I would love to talk about. If you have anything that you'd like me to talk about, like me to chime in about, like me to opinion about, then please leave it in the comments down below. And yeah, that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging and listening to my random like chats. And I will see all you beauties in my next video. Bye.